and the black community, right? So they're going to see all the pitfalls and the hatred. And they won't be as optimistic about America. And America brags off of that. About 40 years ago, 35 years ago, almost 40 years ago, we used to talk about the culture of America. That America brags that nobody can come here and stay here 3 generations and keep their language and their culture and everything intact. So if you look at the Italians, the first ones that come here, they speak fluent Italian and everything. The kids that are born here or was young when they came, they live in an Italian neighborhood, they speak semi-fluent Italian. And they eat Italian food and what have you. The 3rd generation, though, sometimes the only thing they have about Italian is a couple of words, and they eat spaghetti. They don't lose that. And if you look at each generation, it's like that. Well, the Poles, it don't make no difference. Same thing is happening with the Muslims. Except the Muslims are not doing too bad. The amount of children that are hanging on to their Islam in the immigrant community, they're hanging on to Islam, the little hijabis in the school. Why? Because there's so many of them. They're not isolated. If they're in Orange County, shoot the whole little school, they go to those little Muslim kids. But they don't have no Zuhr prayer on the campus, which they should, which we tell them. You got a lot of kids in the school. Some of the other things they don't do. So you're not a gang, but if you got Muslims on campus, a few of the guys that are kind of little tough guys, y'all protect each other. They don't do that. Therefore, the Muslims on campuses, in schools in Virginia and everywhere are little cowards. Little cowards. Okay. Because that's what their parents told them. We was doing a camp, we was at a camp down in Texas. And the kids was asking about bullying. And Dr. Brother was telling the kids, if this happens, you have to go to the principal and then you have to, I said, no. I said, you have to learn how to fight. I said, if you go to the principal, you're a little snitch. You can't, and the principal on the school ground, I'm going to tell the principal. I say, you have all the kids hating you because you're a little snitch you wasn't told. You stand up there, and I told them that. They didn't invite me to no camp. This was a share program too. They ain't invited me since to teach the kids. So I'm telling the kids, you're in America, this is what you do in America. Don't worry about getting punched in the eye, your lips puffed up, that's okay. You've learned what to do after. If that happens once, that might teach you. If it happens 2, 3 times, you're either going to become a total little crybaby or you're going to toughen up. You're going to say, Mommy, can I take karate? Right? Right? That's America. Tell the truth. You can't go tell her, you can't tell the principal. I'm telling on you. I said, you're going to really get the snot slapped out of you then. Because you're a tattletale. Now, not only the bully is against you, but all the other kids are tattletale. Muslims are tattletale, tattletale, tattletale. Right? What I'm trying to say is we try to introduce the Muslims to America. It's not only kids, but we try to introduce them to the real America. 20 and 30 years ago. They wasn't ready for it. Now they got all their Masjid functioning and eaves flowing, and they need help. With all that going on, listen to the way they're being bullied. The Muslims are being bullied. They are afraid of being hassled. They stop me. Well, if you black, if you haven't been stopped and hassled, then you know what I mean?
So in other words, they still don't believe it.
They know that something's wrong. And that's where we come in. We've told them that all the time. Right? They'll have to cut their head off not to listen. It's possible. But we'll move on. Management by expectations, too, is, and what we did formed as a management group or organization, we expect certain things. The things that we've came in contact with, they're normal. But when they do them, how do we respond to those things? It's not just me to respond if my van is parked over here now because they broke into it and destroyed the little wires and what have you. They did it on purpose. Probably one of our neighbors did it. Okay, but that's okay. That's a perfect running car. It's one of the best running cars we ever had. But I'm not paying any more money on it. Just take the tires off and send it to the junkyard somewhere. Just not going to do it. You know what I mean? So all of us have to look at everything that's going on. And remember now, things are not happening to me. It's happening to the organization. That's the difference. We are now an organization heading quickly to movement, because remember, we're going to have to teach the people how to deal with all these things. So we have to learn ourselves how to adjust and how to deal with everything we come in contact with. And remember, standing for truth may mean standing alone. That not only means us as an organization, but I look at it as a personal thing, and I'm prepared for it. I mean, solo, 100%, 100% trained for solo. Now, civil rights training is a training that we've already put ourselves through. You know how they used to go through the training, not if they spit on you, if they call you nigga, you don't respond. Okay, we already did that. We did that with we anticipated that that's what they was going to do. After they made a few little funny moves, we knew where they was coming from. Were we prepared? Yes, we were fully prepared, physically, psychologically, and spiritually. Why? Because we anticipated there's only a few things that they can do. So what are they going to do this next go round? They already sabotaged, but the sabotage now will be open, clear, not only for us to see, but for everybody to see. Why? Because they're thinking that if we do this right, it's going to make them follow our program. And when we get them responding to us, that's what they say, then we'll close the trap. It didn't work like that. We just kept on and kept on. And our resistance, nonviolent resistance, till the whole world see what they've done. It looks stupid. Until either they playing stupid or they just went stupid, it don't make us no difference. But the stuff that they said from the very beginning was impossible. It was incorrect from day one. The stuff that they say down near the end is totally 100% unbelievable, unsubstantiated. It's almost unmentionable. It don't make no sense. But they said it, and they did it, and people have seen it. Wonderful. That's because we trained ourselves from the very beginning. If they thought they was going to get us to lose our cool and get angry at them and start responding with anger and all of that, but nigga, who you talking to? That's what they figured. They figured 100%. Or they figured if we see peer group pressure, everybody in Oakland was against us. They could say anything they want. Everybody in that Masjid in Oakland, nobody was and is on the As-Sabiqun team. They're all anti-As-Sabiqun functionaries. They always has been, and they always were. All of them. I don't know anybody there that was on our team. Nobody ever showed any inclinations for being on our team. There was some pretense. So leadership now, good management, is to, as Gandhi said, make injustice visible. This is what we just went through. Okay, now, we're not going to let them just slide it behind the wall like this didn't happen. No, this is what we've been working on. This is a decades-long program, a decades-long strategy we've been dealing with. We tried to modify it a little bit for them, but we're at the end of modifying. And evidently Allah didn't want us to modify because He hardened the hearts of the people or run them crazy, something where they didn't want to do it. So we got a clean run straight ahead. That don't mean this, they can bring up some little side obstacles, but they can't change the course. They can't do not a damn thing about what we're doing now and what we're getting ready to do. Remember, this hadn't happened before in America. Ain't no movement, the Ku Klux Klan, the Negro Klan, the black Muslims, the red Muslims, and nobody have confronted the system face to face, not 4 decades, 3 years, 4 decades, face to face. And the last 2 decades has been confrontational face to face. Me and you, Cracker. Especially the last 15 years, or 16 years. 2002, when we had our last conference here, that's when we officially changed. Right then we said, okay, now we're going to put this. And it took us 10 or 15, it took us 10 years to get the momentum headed the way we wanted. But nobody saw what it was. In the last 5 years, the vice slammed shut on them, and they couldn't get out from the kind of way they turned. And they can't get out now. That's so to make injustice visible. But when you survive and when you thrive, what is CARE going to say? Targeted. We might put out a targeted magazine with our stuff in it. In fact, we will. We don't put on white one anyway, but he gave us a targeted. We may put their picture on there. Targeted. Then we're going to show them what targeted is from the record. You know what I mean? Not the 10,000 things that we've been dealing with, but only the 200 things that's written clearly that boss man did that. That's right. I remember targeted. Targeted, yes indeed. Okay, now, let me speed up. So what we're saying is we have to train ourselves, whether it's, alhamdulillah,
Is it writing?
you don't have to write good this yet. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's perfect. Target. That's all we gotta remember.
Isna, Igna, Care.
Huh?
I said Isna, Igna, Care, all of them targeted.
Target. They all got boots. We're gonna see. Imagine when we show the turnarounds in London, the hassles here, the hassles there, the false arrest, all of this. They never heard of nothing like that. Bank accounts. Can you imagine? So number 5, teach management, goal setting, leadership principles, methods, management, assistance. That's what this is, management. How to manage. Anticipation and attitude. When we talk about retraining ourselves, we have to train ourselves to do our job that we're doing now. Because we'll act by habit. We have to, it's like working out till you get the habit of working out.